Just society is changing a lot, and even when we see a guy out that we think is cute, a lot of times they won't even walk up to us because they're intimidated.
And I don't know.
And like that's weird to me because I don't know. I think that's part of being a female is you want to feel like you're being chased.
I feel like guys do the chasing and girls like I'm the tequila, not the lime. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have to like I'm not gonna chase. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna chase you.
You ever wonder why so many men are just ... done? Before we dive in, drop a comment. Are modern men more delusional, or is it the ladies? Hit like and subscribe so you don't miss what we expose next. Now, let's get real. Men are stepping back, not because they hate women, not because they're lazy, but because in today's world, the smallest gesture can get twisted into something dark. Holding a door used to be polite. Now it's patronizing. Asking for a number used to mean confidence. Now it's harassment, showing interest. Apparently that's predatory. The script has flipped so hard that even basic decency feels like a risk. And it's not just paranoia. Men have seen others publicly dragged online for something as small as saying hello the wrong way. So what happens? They withdraw. They stop engaging. It's not rejection, it's self-preservation. Because peace of mind is worth more than being misunderstood, labeled, or humiliated for simply existing in the wrong social climate. This is the quiet rebellion, men choosing peace over pressure.
Thing to get a girl, let me get a girl. And it's like they chase the women, they don't chase the success. And when you chase the women, what ends up happening is you have to work exponentially harder because you're dealing with someone that didn't like you in the first place.
This is 2025, and something big is happening. Men are waking up, really waking up. They're done chasing women who never cared in the first place. Done bending over backward for attention seekers, gold diggers, or anyone who treated them like an ATM with legs. That era of clout chasing, validation-hungry relationships, it's over. Now the focus has shifted and it's hard, real work, stacking cash, sculpting bodies, building skills, leveling up life. Men are putting themselves first, not because they're selfish, but because they've realized self-worth isn't measured in likes, hearts, or compliments. Female validation isn't the goal anymore. If a woman doesn't add real value, she simply doesn't factor in. That's the reality check most men never got growing up. Independence and self-improvement are the new status symbols. Not attention, not social media clout, not empty praise. We're seeing a cultural reset. Men are choosing themselves first, investing in what lasts, and refusing to chase illusions that drain energy and self-esteem. The thirsty, attention-seeking era officially canceled. This isn't bitterness. It's strategy. And honestly, it's overdue.
Of course, y'all both supposed to be loving each other and reciprocating the same energy. Right? However, in my experience, like he said, when you start out chasing a woman and constantly trying to have to prove yourself, every next level you get to, now you gotta do this. I climb up to that level, now you gotta do this all the time. Versus a woman that's after you and that's on your purpose and that's trying to, help you with your vision, you don't have to do all the extra work. Not saying that work won't be needed, but you're definitely gonna, put in that work. And she's gonna push you to that direction. But it is 10 times more work if I'm having to chase you also in that process.
True.
Why can't we just, be how it is, establish this together, work together, and then we build something? But if I'm trying to build and chase you at the same time, I'm not going to ever get to my destination, or it's going to take me longer than it should have.
Here's the hard truth. Chasing a woman while trying to build your life, it's like running a marathon with bricks strapped to your back. Every step forward becomes heavier, slower, more exhausting. And for what? If she wasn't there from the start, invested and aligned with your journey, she's dead weight. That's not harsh. That's reality. Real partners don't demand constant proof, compete for attention, or drain your energy. They push you forward. They add value. They amplify your growth. Too many guys get caught up in the trap of building while begging, focusing on a relationship first, or trying to force interest from someone who isn't there emotionally. It only leads to failure, frustration, and wasted time. The smarter move: build first, grow your life, secure your foundation, then choose wisely. When you're at your best, the right people gravitate naturally, the rest simply fall away. That's how momentum works. That's how winners play the long game.
Really? They'll chase you. You meet a lady, you express to her how wonderful she looks or how you respond to the way she looks or whatever it is, and then go on about your business.
Timing is everything. The right woman, the one who actually adds value, will show up when the moment is right, and she invests fully, not halfway. You don't have to force it, chase it, or perform for it. Meanwhile, your job is crystal clear. Build your life, hit your goals, grind on your craft, grow your skills, and level up mentally, physically, and financially. That's the foundation no one can take away. A little genuine interest from a woman is natural, fine, even healthy, but don't hand yourself over emotionally too soon. Stay a little mysterious. Keep your priorities straight. Let her notice you. Let her wonder. Because the man who's busy building himself first, that's the one who attracts the right kind of attention. The lesson is simple. Self-investment always pays dividends, while chasing validation costs time, energy, and respect. Build first. Let life handle the rest.
Guy doesn't chase women, and I'll tell you why. Number one, if he's really this type of guy, he probably don't have an issue with women. That's number one. Number two, when a man is secure and he's confident, and he's good being by himself, I think a lot of people try to fill up the space because they don't like being alone. This type of guy don't struggle with being alone. So he don't need you. He wants you, but he don't need you. And because he doesn't need you, he ain't gonna chase you. Which, to be honest with you, I think is a strength, because you don't want a man that needs someone, who just doesn't like being alone, so they'll take anybody just to fill in the space. That's not the kind of guy you actually want. You want a guy that's okay being alone, because if you're in his space or he wants you around, you know he genuinely wants you around. It's not just to have somebody there or to fill in the blank.
Ladies, pay attention. This is a reality check. When you meet a man who's truly at peace with himself, who knows his worth and isn't seeking approval from anyone, he operates on a completely different level. He won't tolerate constant drama, emotional games, or disrespect disguised as feelings. Why? Because he values his boundaries, his mental peace, and his dignity far more than temporary validation. Here's the kicker. Many women have never actually been held to this kind of standard. They're used to men bending, compromising, and excusing behavior that would never fly if the roles were reversed. And when they encounter a man who refuses to compromise his self-respect, their reactions often reveal it. Surprise, frustration, even disbelief. This isn't arrogance. It's clarity. Men who achieve inner peace don't chase approval. They attract respect. And that's a standard some people simply aren't prepared to meet.
Video about the adored and the adoree between men and women.
The adored and the adorer.
Yes, sorry. Can you talk about that a little bit, and why men need to understand being the adored is where you need to be as the man?
Sure. It's actually pretty easy to understand. I call it the balance of attraction. The fundamental axiom is that it's not possible for two people to like each other exactly the same amount. It's not possible. The issue is that if a man is the adorer, it forces the woman into the adored mode, and the adored gets to be loved by the one they're with. Mm-hmm. These people maybe have more control or power in this situation, but they have less of an emotional experience. It's not as fun to be loved by the one you're with. It's way more exhilarating to be with the one that you love. And in general, boredom is going to drive women out of a relationship sooner than men.
Yep.
And the longer she's in the position of being the adored, she's on that pedestal and you're looking up to her, the more she might be looking for
There's a saying, and yeah, it comes from the streets, but it holds a universal truth. Always choose the woman who genuinely wants you, not the one you're chasing. Desire alone isn't enough. Just because someone seems interested in your attention, your time, or your resources doesn't mean she's invested in you as a person. The difference between being valued and being used comes down to effort and mutual interest. If she's putting in nothing while you're doing everything, it's not love, it's a transaction. And the harsh truth? That transaction rarely ends well for the giver. The takeaway is simple. Stop chasing illusions. Align with those who want you, not just what you can provide. That's how respect, loyalty, and real connection are built.
It's on women. I will never, ever, ever, ever promote you guys chasing women. If you do what you're supposed to do, you will simply absorb women. You will have too much choice. You need to just focus on everything that has to do with you becoming a better man. Women are going to see it, and they're going to try to jump.
Here's a simple truth, and it's brutal. If you spend all your time, energy, and money chasing women, the odds are stacked against you. You'll get burned, used, or left empty-handed. It's not personal, it's just the natural consequence of misaligned priorities. Now, flip the script. When your focus is on building your wealth, sharpening your skills, and leveling up your life, something powerful happens. Women start taking notice, not because you're begging for attention, but because your value is visible. Financial stability, ambition, and self-reliance aren't just attractive. They command respect, loyalty, and genuine interest. The lesson is clear. Prioritize your grind first. Build yourself. Invest in your growth. The right attention doesn't need chasing. It follows naturally, effortlessly, and without costing you more than what you're willing to invest in yourself. That's how winners operate. And that's why the energy you put into yourself always pays the highest dividends.
Talk to a guy at the gym. Okay. I don't want to date a guy on Instagram. Okay. I don't want to talk to a guy that comes up to me in the store. Well, where is a guy supposed to talk to you at? Church? You don't even go to church. Men, when you approach a gal or ask for a phone number or an Instagram, you can message her a couple times. But if she is interested, she will get back to you. If she forgot, she is not interested. You need to stop chasing. You need to stop pursuing, because you'll find 9 times out of 10, she likes the guy that's either not available or not giving her attention. It's not a game, but it is like chess. You have to understand the playing field and what you're dealing with. If you show up and try to play checkers in this war, which I call the mind game, you will lose every time. And so you are what we call a simp. You're chasing.
Men, it's time to get your priorities straight. The harsh reality, women aren't interested unless you're already winning at life. They'll say things like, "Don't approach me," yet complain endlessly about not finding a good man. It's a classic double standard, and it's everywhere. Here's the truth. If she's ignoring you, it's not because she's busy or mysterious. She's simply not interested. Stop chasing. Stop begging. Stop bending over backwards hoping for scraps of attention. The man she truly desires. He's not running after her. He's leading, building, and living on his own terms. That energy draws people naturally respect, attraction, and curiosity. Follow a man who prioritizes himself. The takeaway is clear. Lead like a king, not follow like a performer. Be the man who commands his life first. And the right attention comes without compromise, without chase, and without losing yourself in the process.
Chasing women and build yourself first. Listen, you will never be able to truly focus inward if you are constantly chasing women. If you're texting this girl, meeting up with that girl, all while thinking about some other girls, you will never be focused. And once you channel your focus into what really matters, everything else will.
It all comes down to this simple observation. Dogs chase cats, cats chase rats, and the cycle of misaligned priorities keeps repeating. People keep chasing what isn't theirs, wasting energy on attention that isn't earned. If this hit home, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, and share. Drop your stories, your insights, your aha moments in the comments. We read every single one. And for those who want a deeper dive, exclusive content, and behind-the-scenes episodes, hit that join button and support the channel. Remember, focus, priorities, and self-investment always win. Stop chasing illusions. Lead your life. Let the right energy find you. See you tomorrow.